Hello, beautiful people. My name is James, and I'm the proud owner of 365Fitness in Bishop's Waltham. We are the #1 small group personal training studio that helps local people, 50, 60 and older, gain strength, move more freely, increase their confidence and energy levels to ultimately live life to the full. Welcome to the 365Fitness podcast. This is going to be our very first episode. So I thought, what better way to start it than to tell you how 365Fitness started, who we help and the people that we serve, and in how you could get involved if you aren't already a member with us. So, Devon.
Started that one. Oh, okay. Hey. I don't know where you want me to start with that.
Guess let's go right back to the very beginning then. How did 365Fitness originate? Let's go from the very beginning.
I guess you'd probably be a better one to tell that story than I would, because technically it came from you. I was just a bit lost and which we'll go into in a different podcast. Yeah, I think you should start that one off and then I'll jump in when I feel necessary.
So, 365Fitness started around about 5 years ago during the pandemic. So I, to begin with, 365 was just myself. We started off with some online workouts. So to try and keep the members that we currently had from the previous gym active throughout the pandemic, I was doing free workouts, a couple of lunchtimes in the week where it's just donation basis. It was like, if you can afford to get anything to keep this going, then great. If not, just come and be active, because being active was more important to me almost than trying to make a living out of it at the time. That did really well. That turned into pretty much Monday to Friday, sort of 2-3 times a day, running online classes, and then doing some one-to-one personal training alongside it. Once we were allowed to, we then went outside and we did our outdoor boot camp down in Swanmore, so just down the road from where we are now. And again, that took off, did really, really well. But it got to sort of October time. It was getting darker, it was getting colder, it was getting wetter. And we sort of realised that it probably wasn't something that we could do year round, which is then where we managed to stumble across our current facility and came down to look at the unit. And Devon can tell you about that first look at the gym.
So we were looking online at a few different places, and me and my mum are quite bold. And we just were like, well, we'll just go and have a look. Luckily, we were like looking through the window of the unit, and there was a guy looking back at us because the unit was open, and the landlord was actually in the unit at the time. So he let us in, showed us round, so we didn't have to go through and call anyone or make any kind of arrangements, which was so much easier. And then from there, we figured out that actually this could work, and the landlord was really good and helpful. And then we opened in October 2020, kind of in the midst of the pandemic, really, wasn't it?
And we lasted all of about 9 days.
Yeah, we opened for 9 days, closed for 3 weeks, opened for 3 weeks, and then closed for about 3 months, I think.
And the rest.
Something like that, which we knew was a risk when we took on the place, but it was a risk that we were willing to take. We knew that we were able to keep going with the boot camps and the online kind of side of things and have the unit ready for when people were kind of looking forward to and wanting to get back into a facility to train. So, yeah.
And then let's fast forward then to now. So 5 years down the line, what is it that we now do here at 365?
We kind of do the same thing in a different way. So we do small group personal training, large group classes, which we started off with large group classes and one-to-one personal training. We, in the last couple of years, discovered that small group personal training was the way forward, and we haven't looked back since then.
Why would you say small group is the way forward?
Mostly through the community side of things, the progression, people like the camaraderie of people kind of in the sessions. I think as coaches, it's a lot better. I feel like I can actually spend more time with individual people than if I was doing a one-to-one, which sounds really stupid because one-to-one you are one-on-one. But if you're in a group of, say, of 4 people and you're not focusing on like what their kids are doing, that you're focusing on their coaching, making sure they're improving, and then moving on to the next person. So the actual coaching level, I think, is so much more premium because there's kind of that no small talk in between to fill the gaps. That's it. Yeah. Which I could have just done. I could have said that a lot quicker.
Fine. So who is it that we have?
So locals 40 plus is our kind of biggest demographic. We have a lot of ladies in the local area who are really busy and don't have a lot of time or don't have kind of the brain space either to be able to go to a gym by themselves and actually do a workout and progress. So we cut out that middleman for them. They turn up, we tell them exactly what to do, we make sure that they're lifting the correct weights, and then they go out feeling accomplished rather than going out feeling deflated.
And then with those people, what feelings do you think they have around the gym before? Like, they might have been to the gym before, but what do you reckon their thoughts, feelings are around the gym experience?
Yeah, so I guess most of our people that walk through the door are either brand new to kind of coming to the gym, or they've had a negative experience in the past where they've had an induction to a gym and then just left their own devices, like rather than kind of being coached through how they should move and what they should be doing. So yeah, really beginners and people with kind of low confidence within a gym environment.
Awesome. And when they then come in and see us, how do we help them?
Put them through pain. No, I'm joking. We build up their confidence. So I guess for some people, like we said, who haven't walked into a gym before, the first thing we're going to do is kind of not make them go into the gym. We're going to take them through it really slowly, make sure they're really comfortable in the environment before we put them in a position that for most people is more uncomfortable. What was the question again?
Devon's about 32 weeks. So daily brain is very much a real thing.
Yeah, if I go off course, it's because of my brain's
So the
forgotten.
question was actually, how do we help these people? Which you were nearly there, I suppose. But what Devon's getting at is, before anyone starts, we always do a thing called a movement screen.
Yeah.
So before they do their first workout, they will have a one-to-one with one of the coaches so we can really understand what their day one might look like. Everyone is going to be very different. Some people, like we said, have never stepped foot into a gym before, whereas some people will have got quite a high level of gym experience, but again, they just need that accountability to actually go and do it. The most common thing is everyone knows how to exercise. Everyone knows what they should be eating. The hardest thing is actually doing those things. And that's what our job is, to help you unlock that and give you the tools to be able to actually go and do the thing that you know you should be able to go and do.
And I think, like, more importantly, enjoy it as well, because like there's no point in just doing it. Everyone could do it. Like James said, we keep people accountable, but also like to think that everyone who comes here enjoys it and walks out happier than they will in. Oh, the ice cream man.
And that is the ice cream man. That's another perk of being here every single week, just after the lunchtime session. So what is it that we do during those group personal training sessions?
Elaborate on that.
So what's the style of training? How does it work? Like, what would someone expect if they were coming in to do one of those sessions?
Yeah, so I guess we have a workout written up that is predominantly more strength based, but when I say strength based, it's like we are trying to pick out movements that are best to help us in the long run and for everyday life. And it might be that the workout that we've got is right for 2 of the people in the session, and it might be that for 2 of the other people we have to adapt it slightly. And that is the beauty of the small group personal trainers, that we as coaches, it's our job to tell you what you should be doing or changing, or what weights you should be picking up, and making sure that actually you're getting the most out of that session, as well as the person next to you who might be doing something similar but slightly different.
And if someone that was listening to this today wanted to come and try out 365 and give it a go, what's the best way, or how do we go about bringing those people through our gym journey?
Yeah, so when people kind of like submit an email or something along those lines, or get in contact with us, normally me, but going to be James, we'll be on the phone to them trying to get a little bit more information about kind of what their goals are, where they're starting at, just to make sure that we're right for you and you're right for us. And then from there, we would encourage a 6-week Kickstart. This is our kind of most popular route in, where you get a certain amount of sessions per week. It's a one upfront cost, but it's to really figure out if this is like sustainable for you in the long run. So if you could see yourself doing this in 6 months' time, how many sessions works for you? Does it work within your kids, your work, your home life, your other activities? And that's why we encourage that one first, because we feel like it's the perfect way to be able to kind of set some habits, work out the sustainability of it, and then we make a plan with you kind of throughout that 6 weeks, and then we go from there.
Awesome. And if we were to touch base a little bit more into the phone call and sort of that initial 6 weeks, we get lots of people that will just send us an email saying, "Oh, I just wanna lose weight," or "I want to
Tone
get
up.
fit," or "I wanna tone up and lose weight." What is the importance of that diving a little bit deeper? Like, how is that helpful to us, and why do we dig deeper?
Yeah, I mean, the amount of people that email us and just say, I want to lose weight and tone up, those are the two biggest things that we get when it comes to what people are after. But actually, there's always so much more to that. And we're trying to figure out what the, not the end goal is, but what is the driving force behind this? What is it that's going to serve you and going to help you to actually progress and get in the gym and make a difference and change kind of your lifestyle slightly to be able to accommodate for that? So I guess we would be kind of asking the questions of why, like why now? And we would definitely dig deeper if you just gave us one word answer. There's always a lot more to it than that. But ultimately, we want to figure out what the long-term goal is for you rather than just the 6 weeks goal. We want to make sure that we can help you kind of 6 years down the line and see where that takes you.
So, I guess that's to wrap this first episode up for today. Someone's listening and they're like, actually, yeah, there's something that I'd be interested in, or one of our members is listening to it and they know someone that might be able to do it. What would be the best thing for them to do to get started with us?
Yeah, drop us an email with your phone number. We will always give you a call. It's the best way for us to kind of communicate with you. And then we go from there. But yeah, email with your phone number and a little bit more about you just so that we kind of know your name and we know kind of who we're talking to. And then, yeah, one of us will give you a call and we can make some plans.
And what's the email?
info@365.
That is episode 1 wrapped up. And over the next few episodes, we're going to be diving a bit deeper into each of the coaches and their own personal journeys. And then there's going to be tips, tricks, and just about everything else health and fitness related coming up. So I hope you enjoyed it.